Hello fellow glue snippers and sprue snippers, and welcome back to Blitzkrieg Model Works. I'm Bob, you know me as Darkland Forums. How's it going, everybody? A little bit different view today. You get to see the workbench in all its horribly messy glory. A little bit of a channel update. If you can see it, over here is the Stern Panther diorama that's going on. I had to turn all the lights off because it was just horrible glare for the camera. I have to do a whole bunch of debris for this before I can do the suspension. I did find the bricks I was telling you about in an earlier video. That is a whopping 302 1/35 scale bricks. I think I'm going to need substantially more than this for this diorama. Not to mention I have a whole bunch of figures that I have to actually convert to make them work to do what I want them to do. Also, you can see over here I've got a little old Italy M4A1 Sherman built out of the box. It was an old shelf queen that I'm kind of doing to kind of take up some time while I'm waiting for stuff to dry and cure and whatnot on here. But once that's done, I've got a couple other projects hopefully being shipped very shortly. The first one is the new amusing hobby 1/35 scale Panther II. This is actually out. It's on order from Germany. Hopefully I should get it next month, which will be January 2017. As well, in addition to this, I also have the amusing hobby Panther II prototype on pre-order. It's supposed to be available March 2017. Hopefully. They haven't been very regular in their releases. Must be a very small company, very slow production schedule. Now, one of the good things is, because I'm getting this, there is an old kit that I had in my stash that I've been struggling with for years, and it is this kit here. Now, this is by Fine Cast Models, FCM as they're more commonly known. This is the only one I have. I have never seen another one of their kits, but based off what I see here, I would not buy another one. It's a resin conversion kit for the Tamiya Steel Wheel G specifically, although it'll fit on any of them. This thing has been a nightmare for me to put together. This is all actually one piece, but the whole back end, and because of the lighting I can't really show you, but the whole back end is full of air bubbles. The sides are all warped out, and it doesn't seem to matter what I do. Boiling water, hot hair dryer, heat gun to heat them up and bend them back. They get bent back, and within a week they're splayed back out again. So this has just been more work, honestly, than it's been worth for what I paid for this. I mean, I've had this thing for like 20 years, and it would probably cost me about $60, $80 Canadian back then, plus the price of the Tamiya kit. So this is going to be permanently shelved. I might actually make it a wrecked Hulk somewhere. But I do have plans for the hull. So the hull is pretty much done. The back end, I actually had to scratch build all of that because the part that came with the FCM kit was busted to crap, full of air holes. It wasn't even mastered very well, really, in my opinion. There was a lot of, you could see where a lot of the parts on the original back plate, which is what they used, had been scraped off poorly and not sanded right. It was a nightmare to try and deal with. So what I'm going to do with this is there is a vehicle, a Panther-based vehicle that I'm going to put in with my my Dragon Late Panther II, and it involves using this and this, not all of it, only the driver's compartment, to make something like that. Now I know some of the rivet counters are probably twitching. This is a Kätzchen II, or a Kitten II, which as far as I'm aware was never even designed. This came up from a, I'm not even sure where the man's from. I'm presuming it's one of these Scandinavian countries from his name. Joachim Claribesum. I've probably completely butchered that. I'm really sorry. I found this picture in the gallery on TrackLink. I was looking for stuff on the Kätzchen, sorry, which originally apparently was designed as an armored munitions carrier based on the 38T hull, but there was also a version made on a very shortened, very narrowed Panther chassis. And apparently they at least saw testing, because there are finished pictures. There's pictures of them out in the field, just off to the side somewhere, so I'm not sure the context of the pictures. But Joachim decided he was going to actually build an APC version, fully enclosed. Now what he did is he used, if I remember from TrackLink correctly, he used an Italeri Panther lower hull, and then the whole upper, surprisingly, is made out of like cardboard and cardstock paper. And from what I can tell, the pictures aren't all that great. He did a really good job. But I'm going to use this as a template, basically. And I'm going to use the Tamiya steel-wheeled lower hull. I am going to use the, it's CMK is what we call it. It's a really nice interior set if you want to do an interior in a Panther. This is really good, minus the turret. They do a separate one for the turret, and then there's a separate one, I believe, for the engine compartment. This is just the fighting and the drivers and co-drivers compartment. I'm only going to use the drivers compartment because the co-drivers compartment would be filled with the engine. And then the back end is going to be, I'm going to have all the hatches open. You're going to see a full interior, completely scratch built. But I needed to get this because I need to know if things like, I don't know if you can really see them. I actually printed up a larger picture. I needed to know things like where the batteries were located and would they need to be relocated for this type of crew conversion. So don't worry, I'm not going to waste this. I'm going to do something that some modelers really hate hearing the term of. I am going to recast the driver's compartment parts for my own personal use. I won't be selling them off to anybody or anything, so don't worry about that. And I will be using this at a later date for a full-on Panther build, probably a maintenance type yard build. So one thing I wanted to ask you guys about this conversion with the Kätzchen, I keep mispronouncing it. Do you want to see me do a video series like I normally do, where I do some work, do a video, do some work, do a video? Or would you rather that I do it kind of like Andy Klein does with his Andy's Hobby Headquarters videos, where he kind of does the whole build-in series and he keeps the video to about half hour, 45 minutes, showing all the steps involved? Because this is going to be a fair bit of scratch building. Like basically I'm going to be using the lower hull, which is already done, the upper hull, sides and front. I'm going to be scratch building the top, scratch building the back plate with the hatch doors, and then other than the driver's compartment, I'm going to be doing the entire interior, minus the engine, because it would all be firewalled off for crew safety. But the whole back half is going to be all scratch built. I've got photo etch floor decking from way back in the day that will match. It's going to be lots of sheet plastic. I'm probably going to do some casting of original parts. I'll be making some original parts, but rather than making 6 of them, I'll make 1 and then cast a whole bunch. So would you rather see kind of an episodical view, or would you rather have it all lumped into one? I'm going to try to blitz through this fairly quickly because we got these coming, and I'm very, very excited for these. And this is going to go along with the Panther II late, quote unquote, the Dragon kit that I have, which is still, let me just kind of reach, it's kind of still sitting off, oops, on the side here. The kit with the Cromwell, or sorry, the CMD turret, kind of loose. So let me know in the comment section below whether you want kind of an episodical view of that or an all-in-one. And I will be doing a blog workup for Armorama, maybe for TrackLink too. I might do both, kind of all-in-one. But let me know, please. And thank you again for watching. We're well over 200 subscribers. That's awesome. I never thought I'd get that many people. Never mind where I'm sitting at today. So for everybody, I know it's past Christmas right now at this filming. We're like New Year's Eve, I think it is, the Friday before New Year's Eve. So for everybody watching, thank you again. Happy, safe, and prosperous New Year. Thank you again for watching. I really do appreciate it. Bye-bye, everybody.